I'm good now. I have the mighty Aaron here, do I?
Correct. And Tino will be joining us too, at
Yes.
least according to my calendar.
Nah.
The calendar doesn't always tell the truth, but it tells the truth sometimes.
Well, you know what? I'm having a laugh because I interviewed you guys in 2021 or something, and I, for the life of me, cannot find a single bit of evidence that I ever did it. So it's wild.
Dude, you know what's really funny? Somebody else just said the same thing.
Interesting. Okay.
That was like when like the pandemic happened and everything.
On,
and that was like, I don't know. Maybe it's got something to do with like CERN and the Hadron Collider and everything, but you are the second person that has mentioned that today.
Look, mate,
and it's funny too, because I don't remember either. So it's maybe something did happen.
Mate, when they switched on the Hadron Collider, there was, I think there's a fair bit of evidence that, we got knocked into the bad timeline.
We did press in 2021, but I don't remember doing any of it, and neither did the last gentleman that I spoke to, and Tom here didn't either. And I was like, dude, I know that we did, because it's like I can see the emails, and it's like, yeah, we had like a press run, but like I don't remember that. And then I was saying it's probably got something to do with CERN turning on.
Oh, for sure, absolutely.
Wipe the old timeline clean,
Yeah, totally.
Tino, was it you? Because I was just saying, like, I apparently interviewed Mice and Men around 2021, and I'm like, I cannot find it anywhere. It's like,
I mean, that's dead in the middle of COVID, so I don't know what we would have talked about having to do with Australia.
From memory,
we were landlocked for still another.
It would have just been album.
Yeah,
it would have just been like Echo EP promos, like whichever EPs we were doing.
I can remember one question that I asked, and it was because I noticed that you guys used the same artist who does a lot of pen work, who did the art for Roarback by Sepultura. And I remember,
Derek Hess.
Yes, and I remember being like, I reckon that looks really familiar, and then I realized it was the same dude. So there you go.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, guys, has it, obviously with time zones and everything yet, has it been Halloween yet for you guys?
It's Halloween today.
It's Halloween now.
Halloween now.
Right. Okay. So we just had it last night. So we are currently cleaning up all the, Oh, very nice. We're currently cleaning up all the shaving cream and, Halloween shenanigans here. So what plans do you guys have tonight? Are you big trick-or-treaters?
I got a buttload of candy to pass out. So my wife and I, we just had our first kids. She's 4 months old, almost 5 months old. And we're going to pass out a bunch of candy, and then I think we're going to go walk around and go trick-or-treating.
Yeah, and as soon as I'm done with these interviews, I'm rushing out the door and spending the Halloween with my family and taking our nephew trick-or-treating.
Nice. Oh, bless.
Yeah.
What are you going as, T?
Batman.
Tight.
Yeah. I've got a killer Batman little costume that I'm gonna rock, and I'm hoping my nephew has so many different costumes. He's 5 years old, so he's like just in the thick of the costumes. I think I've seen 3 of them already, and part of me is really hoping he's going to be Spider-Man tonight, so we can be the dynamic comic book duo.
Sick.
But it'll be my first time spending Halloween together with him, so I'm really excited.
That's so rad.
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah, it's funny, guys. I was reading back through the band's history, and I got so excited when I saw the words "attack, attack," because I went, "Oh my lord, crab stance!" Gentlemen, what bands do you think would you most like to see adopt crab stance, and why do you think it's so powerful?
Oh God, neither of us were in Attack.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Crab stance. Jesus Christ. I don't even know, dude.
Yeah.
Too old for that now.
Who has the flexibility?
Knees don't handle that.
Right? I look at it and I'm like, I'm 39 years old, and I think if I got down into that position, I'd never get back up again.
I'm just trying to think of the most ridiculous people that could be caught doing that. So I'd probably say
Slayer.
like Slayer or like Baby Metal or like I don't know what Guar. Yeah.
They are. I'm seeing them at the Good Things Festival in December for the first time. So I'll shout, I'll say to like crab sense, and they'll probably go kill
They'll
myself.
have no idea what you're talking about, surely.
Now, Aaron, I'm obviously you've been the voice of this band for many years. Look, right, replacing a vocalist is hard. You know this better than anyone, but obviously a lot of bands, have struggled with it. Some have succeeded. You look at bands like Faith No More and Alice in Chains crushed it with their choice. I just wonder, looking back over your experience, what were the biggest challenges, and how do you think you overcame them?
I think a lot of the biggest challenges were maybe like figuring out live, where there's obviously parts where there's two parts going on at the same time, figuring out to the average listener which one they hear like more dominantly, and then sort of doing that. But I don't know. I mean, most of it was just like singing more because I used to sing and play bass, but then it was like singing and playing bass, and then parts where I wasn't singing, now I was singing. But it wasn't. I guess I didn't really try and think about it. I never thought it never felt any more complicated than that. It was certainly like a lot of work, but it wasn't like you just have to put in the repetition.
Yeah.
And from the other side of the band, I'd say it was pretty seamless.
Oh, good. Did you haze him much?
Nope, he was already in the band for many years.
So Aaron, Troubled Water, I watched a clip of you blowing a streamer's mind with a 17-second long scream. Mate, what were the challenges of this, and Tito, could you tell me how long does he scream when he stubs his toe?
It's about that long.
Yeah, about that long for sure.
No, I mean it's definitely something I only tracked one time. I tracked it once, and it sounded the way I wanted it to sound, and it felt the way I wanted it to feel, and I was like, because one thing that'll happen is like I could end up doing something like that for like an hour, and I'll still go back and end up just using the first or second one that I do. So it's like I've learned that over time, it's like, okay, if it feels right and sounds good, then that's what goes on there. And that's also like part of the fun of how we sort of create things. Like a lot of times it's very sort of stream of consciousness, and we're just following whatever excites us. We're not trying to overthink it too much.
Especially since we're self-producing too. I feel like we know when we have a good take and it feels right, and we don't necessarily have to ask permission from the said producer or somebody to be like, what did you think of that? If it feels good to us, it's going on the album. So it just kind of made it a bit easier to commit to it.
Do you have any favorite long screams? It just had me thinking of some of the ones that I love. What was some?
Oh yeah. Maynard's in The Grudge. That's a really good one. I was listening to that record actually yesterday. My baby loves that record.
That rules.
Calms her down. I was like, all right, let's go.
The Linkin Park had kind of lost me towards the end of their career, unfortunately. Once they kind of moved from that new template, which is what I knew them for. But they had a track called Giving Up, and there is a scream that Chester Bennington busts out at the end of it, and it is wow. I don't know if you're familiar with it.
Iconic.
Yeah. Oh, man. Hey, guys, as I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Tom, this interview is really highbrow and really classy. Well, we're about to just throw that right in the bin. If of Mice and Men had to get into a punch-up with another metalcore band, who would you not want to go up against? Who are you most physically intimidated by?
Parkway, probably because of their height advantage.
Yeah.
Their height and reach advantage.
Not the first answer. Not the first time to answer.
Well, no, I think like as far as bands go, they're probably on the taller and larger side of bands. We're a pretty big band. No, that's not true. 3 of the 4 of us are over 6 foot, fighting size. But our guitar player, how tall is Alan? On a good day, 5'8", maybe
I have no
5
idea, yeah.
5'9", 5'10", maybe. You know, and he's like a smaller dude. So, but he's scrappy. He's fast.
Yeah.
So he'll choke people. You know, he'll choke people out. But again, like we're talking fist fighting. So, you know,
One of
not
my
street, not
favorite
street
questions in the last
fighting.
bands is I think it was the Ghost Inside. We're touring down here with Parkway, and they said exactly the same thing.
Yeah, they're
for
big
sure.
dudes. Yeah, we've hung out with them, and they're awesome. And that's also another thing too, is because like we're on friendly terms. We wouldn't
Yeah.
want to fight them anyway.
Right.
That's
Another-
not
another
who
one,
we are.
Another
as
one will be
people.
probably Trivium, because I know
Yeah,
they all train in like jujitsu and Muay Thai.
Yeah, that
and-
would
Yeah.
be fun.
Kevy from Thy Art Is Murder is an insane weightlifter as well. So
Oh,
there's
wow.
yeah, we've got a lot of tough people, but it's fun too because sometimes we will ask two bands that are touring together, and I'll ask them who'll win in a fight, and I'll cross cut their answers, and they're just tagging each other. And so when they finally meet each other, oh yeah, talking shit, are we? Guys, you've been on the road for a long, you have been doing this for a while. What are your touring survival tips?
Hydrate
Sleep.
and sleep.
Sleep when you can and hydrate as much as possible. Try and take some moments for yourself throughout the day. It's a very different process from being home or having a traditional job, and it's easy to get caught up in all the hoopla that's going on throughout the day. And I think it's just it's smart to take some moments for yourself, and if that means meditate or go take a walk. Something I like to do is I like to go to record stores and just that's like a happy place for, not that tour isn't a happy place, but like it's just something outside of the monotony of the day of pulling up to the venue in a different city every day, doing the same things every day, and kind of getting out and seeing the city and finding a cool record store and spending time looking at album art and listening to records and finding stuff and just kind of zenning out a little bit before you jump right back into VIP and sound check and all the struggles and awesomeness of the day. It's nice to have a little bit of decompression before that.
It must be weird. And I remember seeing there was a post that a lot of my musician friends were sharing that the come down from that adrenaline rush of performing, and particularly being on stage and having a couple of thousand people screaming at you like you're some sort of god, and then you come off stage, then all of a sudden you're in a hotel room trying to sleep and just being like, how the hell do I possibly get to sleep after
Yeah.
this?
Well, imagine running a couple miles and then trying to calm down and go to sleep in order to wake up bright and early the next day and kind of restart the day. So I don't know. I think it's kind of like we've been doing it for such a long time that we kind of have our own unique methods that we all kind of do, and just kind of like try and get together before we get on stage to reconnect and have everything kind of going and enjoy that too, because it's all about being present on stage and being there for not only each other but for the fans too.
Yeah.
And I think the only way to do that is to kind of protect your own energy and kind of like just kind of take care of yourself on the road, whatever that means. To everyone it's different, but I think you kind of have to definitely be more mindful of that, especially the older you get. We've been touring for over 20 years, and
Jesus
I'm not saying
Christ,
it gets easier and more difficult as we age.
Yep.
Easier in certain ways and more difficult in other ways too. But that's just kind of like, we love to do it, so we find ways to make it happen. And I don't know, that's kind of like that's a fun part, is every year things just kind of evolve and adapt and we kind of make changes and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, guys, I know that from not from my personal experience, but I've heard that the flight to Australia here from the US is brutal. So look, all the best with it, and I hope you are not too jet lagged for your first gigs down here. The tour announcement when we ran it, people went mental. So people are really
Awesome.
excited.
Love to hear that.
That's awesome. Yeah, we're so stoked to get back.
Yeah, we've been really looking forward to announcing this. So now that it's finally out there and tickets are on pre-sale right now, you can get those at micetickets.com. And we're going to be coming out there and having a great time playing all the hits, some new music, some old music. It's going to be awesome, man. We got 9 albums worth of stuff. So be ready for some bangers.
I love it. Easy, guys. Thank you very much for your time.
Awesome.
Be good to
Thank
Take it
you.
easy. Thank you.
See ya.